Ibb Abdulsalam, other region elders will be disgraced. Their paperweight, northern governors are far more powerful than them, says Nasir El Rufai. Hello everyone, welcome to Newsport TV. Governor Nasir El Rufai of Kaduna State has described Ibrahim Babangida, Abdulsalami Abubakar and other northern elders as mere paperweights who lack actual political will to influence the outcome of the general elections taking place in a few weeks. In a BBC Hausa interview on Friday, Mr. El Rufai bragged that he, a 63-year-old man, and other northern governors currently in office were the true northern elders because they have the ability to influence elections in the region. I am 63 too. I have children and grandchildren. I'm also an elder. So who are the northern elders? They should come out and contest elections. I was elected twice, bragged Mr. El Rufai. Those claiming to be elders asked them if they had ever contested for any election, even councillorship position. They are liars. It's we, the northern governors, that are the northern elders and leaders of the regions, he added. Mr. El Rufai claims that some northern political heavyweights were actively working to thwart Bola Tinubu's bid for the presidency because they opposed the transfer of power to the south. All these conspiracies and hypocrisy is by people of the north. They want to portray us as ungrateful people, especially we, the northern governors, advocating for power shift to the south and support for Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, Mr. El Rufai said. The Kaduna governor claimed that Mr. Tinubu deserves support from the north because he had performed numerous good deeds for the region. He maintained all efforts to sabotage Mr. Tinubu's ambition would come to naught. Let me tell you, with all this sabotage and conspiracies, this coming 2023 election, by the grace of God, we have already won. Because God knows our hearts. He knows our plans for Nigeria. He knows our plans for northern Nigeria, so that we can show the people of southern Nigeria that we are not ungrateful people and that we return good deed with good deed because Asiwaju has done good to us, the Kaduna governor stressed. Wow. It's like the governor of Kaduna State, El Rufai, is not taking it slow anytime soon because for the past 4 days that he's come out to grant interviews, he's been from one interview to another. This is the interview he granted BBC Hausa. He's done one with channels. I think he's done one with Arise TV. And he doesn't seem to think to step down because he has decided to be the one to come out with his full chest and confirm all the things in quotes that has been happening unfairly to Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, the APC presidential candidate. He said that all the elders, the northern elders, he mentioned names like Ibb, that's Ibrahim Babangida, Abdulsalami Abubakar, and other elders will be disgraced. Those are the northern elders that they will be disgraced because they are paperweight. That means they are whatever is not whatever, and that the northern governors, are more powerful than all these ex-generals because the two people he actually specifically mentioned here are two ex-generals and head of states, right? That's Ibb and Abdulsalami. So this is actually getting more serious because names have started popping out. Because at the point, Nasir El Rufai said that those people who are the elements working in Aso Rock for Tinubu not to get there are not APC members. He said they are northerners, but they don't want the power to go to the south. And he is standing on the fact that Asiwaju Bola Tinubu did well for them because he chose Buhari and helped him get to power. Nobody can contest that. That is now the time for them, the northerners, to, follow the agreements, the gentleman agreement to say, okay, now the northerners have done 8 years. Let's move it to the south. And the south right now in their party is Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, who they have been sabotaging his efforts not to become the president of Nigeria. So now everything is crystal clear that there is actually fire on the mountain, and the unfortunate thing, those that will run are the people, the normal Nigerian, because whatever strings they are pulling at the top, with the new Naira design, with new notes not available, Nigerians going through suffering. Some people want to buy full stuff. They are staring at the full stuff in front of them like this. They can't afford to buy it because it's very expensive, right? Because they can't even, apart from even being expensive, they cannot even do transfer. The banks app money to buy money. They've almost, and the question is, collapsed. How long are we going to keep the traffic of them is too using much. Money to buy money? Our internet service is not as fantastic. At the POS stand, if you want to get like 10,000 naira, you're going to pay 2,000 naira notes from the ATM machines. What is going on with us? The banks are not dispensing. Why our leaders so as should be? Why are they so? And the POS operators are charging high percentage. Why do they just make decisions without considering, without bringing the people that are going to be able to give them solid advice and try it little by little? Who are they fighting with that the whole Nigerians must suffer for this? I do not just understand. Have any problems with some politicians who stash money at home? Why don't you investigate legally? But because they know, as they said they do before, this is the same process that brought them to power. We've had William Van that was said, alleged by Ayodele Adewale, that the William Van misrode to an APC member, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in 2019 on the eve of election. So they know where the monies are. And the man defended himself to say, the money is my money. I'm not a government worker. So if somebody who is not a government worker has so much money that they have to use 2 billion vans to bring money to his home, because Nigerians are not silly. Nigerians are educated. One spokesperson cannot tell us after the owner of the money said it's my money. One laughable spokesperson now coming out to now fool the Nigerians, because honestly the guy just looked like somebody who is not even sure of why he stepped out of his house that same day to come out on the national television and tell us that money misrode, bullion van misrode. It's just ridiculous. And we are thinking that even if we have to do things, can't we just use a bit of our common sense to get things done? Why subjecting the people that you're supposed to protect, that you're supposed to govern, that you're supposed to lead, into extreme poverty? People are hustling to get their money. They've gotten their money. You're not giving them any form of relief, no incentive, no loan anywhere, no grant anywhere, no social security anywhere. And the money they've worked for, they can't even get it to feed their families. The economic activities have almost grounded, and our leaders are using us, tossing us up and down like toys, human lives. It's just said a few minutes ago that a man slumped at the bank wanting to collect his ATM card to get money. If we are a country that puts humanity first, we will not even get to this point at all. How did we get here? How did we get to this point where it's all about myself? Even if you're about so much of yourself, you're not even bothered about the other people. So with El Rufai firing at cylinders, he should keep talking. The more he speaks, the more we are going to know about all the things that are going on behind closed doors. One thing they should just remember, there was a time they were not there, right? And there will be a time when they will not be there. So if they think about the fact that, yes, they are there now, and there will come a time when they will not be there or relevant to that position anymore, then they will rather tread softly, because life is not for just one person. Nigerians are suffering. The suffering is just indescribable, and we are thinking we have a leader up there. When you want to implement, the change of Naira has happened before in 1980 something or whatever, when President Muhammadu Buhari was the military president at that time. So he understands how this thing works. He has an idea, right? And I don't know what exactly they are trying to drive at, but whatever templates they thought they were going to use on this, it has failed woefully. So badly that, honestly, our leaders should be ashamed of themselves. And they don't see what is coming, because everywhere people are going to the banks and throwing things at the banks in anger and saying that, you know what, you want to release the demons in them, then you're going to see it. Is that the kind of leadership that you guys should leave us with after 8 solid years? Please drop your comments in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. May God bless Nigeria. Bye for now.